Everyone loves getting a gift basket full of goodies. Well, this basket is full of goodies, and the basket itself is made of cheese. Hey everyone, Mark here, and welcome to my kitchen. If you haven't hit that subscribe button, please do so. Today, I'm going to share a recipe that my friend Thomas, who lives in Italy, shared with me.
Ciao, I'm Thomas, and I hope you enjoy my recipe.
So Thomas works for the agricultural industry in Italy, and he works very closely with Reggie, Parmigiano Reggiano. So obviously this recipe is going to have some cheese in it. So let's go. All right, so let's start with my favorite part of this recipe, the Reggie. Now, I will say, start by grating about 400 grams and go from there, depending on how big you want your baskets to be and how dense you want them to be. So Thomas lives in Parma, in a town called Salabaganza in northern Italy. And this recipe is northern inspired, specifically near the Alps in Alto Adige, an Italian territory where they speak German. Now, their version, they don't have cheese and their eggs are sunny side up. But Thomas, who works closely with Parmigiano Reggiano and knows my love of cheese, just had to include it in this interpretation. Okay, I think this is enough cheese. I can't believe I'm saying that.
Great job, Mark.
Thomas knows. I always knew we were going to be good friends. Next up is our speck, about 150 grams. I got mine cut about 1/2 inch thick. You can slice into strips or small cubes, whatever you like. So the reason Thomas told me to use speck is because it comes from the Alto Adige region. So we are sticking with some of the original ingredients of the original recipe. Okay, so speck is a type of cured ham that has strong German and Austrian influence and uses spices like juniper berry, bay leaves, and salt and pepper, and goes through a process of cold smoking and is welcomed by a lot of fresh mountain air that really helps give it its own distinct flavor. Now, if you can't find speck, smoked bacon, pancetta, even prosciutto can be used. But if you can try to look for speck, go for it. I found mine here in Toronto from the cheese boutique from my guy Afram. Okay, so we're only adding a bit of parsley to this recipe, about 10 to 15 grams worth, so chop it up nice and fine. Next, grab your potatoes. I'm using golden little gems and about 500 grams worth. And either remove or leave the skins on, up to you. I'm leaving the skin on, but I'm removing some of the eyes. I'm also going to cut mine up into small bite-sized chunks. So now let's make the baskets. So in a hot pan on medium to high heat, add your grated Reggie into your pan. I'm using a 10-inch pan to make my baskets. So we want the cheese to melt, and as it starts to brown, we will remove from the heat and let it settle until we are able to use a spatula to get right up underneath it and remove, keeping it all intact. And then you can place it into your mold. I'm using a small bowl, and then shape it with a tea towel or however you like, because it could still be hot, and mold it into the shape that you want. And then just leave it to let set and harden. You can use a glass, a muffin tin, whatever you want to create your baskets. Next is our speck. We're gonna add into a dry pan on medium to high heat and cook to your desired doneness. I like mine just on the edge of getting crispy, and then remove. But do not clean that pan because we want to use that fat that is left over that will help cook our potatoes. And now it's on to our potatoes. Add in a pot and fill with enough water just to cover about 1 inch above the tops of the potatoes. And cook in gently boiling water for about 10 to 15 minutes or until you can easily pierce a fork through them. Once done, drain your potatoes and set aside. Okay, time to poach our eggs. Crack an egg into a small bowl and then bring a pot of water to a boil and add a tablespoon of white vinegar, which is optional, but I do find that the white vinegar does help coagulate the egg whites. And then turn off the heat and wait for some of the bubbles to disperse, and then create a whirlpool by spinning the water quickly. And as the water spins, dip your egg into the middle and wait for it to set about 3 to 4 minutes. And then remove the egg with a slotted spoon and place on a plate lined with paper towel. Okay, we're almost done here. In that same pan that you cooked the speck in, we're gonna add butter, and a lot of it. I'm going with a 1/4 cup here. Typically in Northern Italian cuisine, they love their butters, their creams, and their lard. And then we're gonna add our potatoes and we're gonna lightly fry and brown them up. We're gonna season with salt and freshly cracked pepper. And as the potatoes brown, we're gonna add our speck back in and continue to fry. Just before removing from the heat, we're gonna add our parsley, toss everything together, and then we're gonna remove to a bowl, and now we can build our baskets. All right, there we have it. Cestini di Parmigiano cheese baskets with potatoes, speck, and a poached egg. Let's give it a try. This is awesome. All the different textures go perfectly together. The crispiness of the cheese basket, the smokiness of the speck, the buttery potatoes, and then the poached egg with all that yolk. This is good. Well, thank you, Thomas. This was delicious, guaranteed to impress. Breakfast, brunch, lunch, dinner, a snack, whenever. So thanks once again, Thomas, and thank you guys for watching. So I hope you guys give this recipe a go, and as always, the full recipe's in the description below. Please like and comment. Don't forget to hit that subscribe button, and until next time, ciao.